Hello, is this working? Ah, maybe. Make sure my audio's coming through here. Give me a second. You'll probably hear me twice. Is this working? Ah, okay, well, audio's coming through. I didn't play yesterday, or I think the day before. This is the first time I'm even launching this game, so that it might take a minute. I was quite sick, so I've been in bed for a couple days here. Unfortunately, I didn't get a good sale price on Life is Strange Reunion, and I bought the deluxe edition from one of the morally Motherfucker, it's on the wrong screen again. Well, alright, we're not going to see the startup animation, just accept it. You're going to hear it. Once I get to the main menu, I'll change it. Anyway, they scanned me out of the digital deluxe edition, not the super deluxe edition, but I bought it on one of the morally questionable reseller sites, CD Keys or something like that. Saved me like $5. Alright, so, well, you can't see it. So far it's told you that it's the Unreal Engine, and the warnings about seizures and if you have vertigo, accessibility options, so nothing interesting has come up. It says it's used as an autosave, and it's got the Polaroid camera we saw from Double Exposure. Okay, here we go. Now we're in the main menu. Let me adjust the... Oh, Jesus Christ. It wants me to go on the Square Enix website. Oh god, I don't care about the accessibility. Okay, settings, graphics. Why can't I change the resolution? This is interesting. I can't actually change the resolution of this. And I also can't change the monitor. How is that possible? Well, I guess I can change the display OBS is capturing, though that is not what I intended to do. Look, you can see the future in here. You know what? Let me just... How do I change the display capture? See, this is what happens when someone who's an idiot is trying to do this stuff. Okay, and now I have to shrink this. There's probably a good way to do this, but I don't know how to do it. Okay, well, there we go. Okay, title screen. Welcome back to Caledon University. So we're still there. Let's look at the accessibility settings. I see no problem with doing longer choice time. Wow. This is absolutely cheating to do the hotspot pinging. I don't think I'm going to do it, but I should. Holy cow, there's a lot of stuff in here. Brightness warning. Okay. Ooh, hella high. I assume all of that's audio. I feel like the game's a little loud. I could be wrong. So I'm going to turn it down by this much. How about this much? How about this much? I feel like this is having no effect. Oh yeah, a little bit. Substitute licensed music. Eh. Whatever, nothing's gonna happen. Alright, UI font style. Interesting. Text size. Where's hella large? They don't have hella large. That's rough. Normally I invert Y, but sometimes on third person I don't, and I don't know why. Okay. Probably should have done that beforehand, but here we are.
My name is Max Caulfield.
Yes, hello,
Max. I came
Max.
back to Arcadia Bay to study photography at Blackwell Academy.
Man, that first game.
But it was there I started having visions.
Artful.
Visions of the town being wiped out by an impossible storm. I fled to the bathroom to compose myself, but instead witnessed something awful. No! Instinctively reaching out, I discovered I could rewind time.
The girl Max saved was me.
Chloe Price and I were childhood best friends.
We grew close once more as we reveled in Max's strange new powers.
We discovered I can freely rewind up to a few minutes at a time. And if I concentrate on a photo, I can travel
That's interesting
much
to show
further
actual
into the
gameplay.
past, projecting my mind back into my younger body.
But we also learned that making significant changes to the past can have devastating consequences for the present.
With
Don't
the
show her
aid
in the
of my
wheelchair.
power,
Okay, good.
we solved the disappearance of Chloe's friend, Rachel.
But even though we brought Rachel justice, Max's twisting of time had a cost. The storm. Looking down into
Except
Arcadia Bay
that's
from the
wrong.
lighthouse, as the
Even
storm
Max
raged,
said the storm showed up first.
I truly believed the only way to save everyone else was for Max to rewind back to that fateful bathroom and let me die.
I was forced to make an impossible choice. Save Chloe, or save Arcadia Bay.
Obviously, the choice is to save Chloe.
After everything that happened, I didn't use my powers for years. I lost myself in photography, a career that brought me to Vermont's prestigious Caledon University, at the invitation of its president, Yasmin Fayed. Being an artist in residence, I worked with some incredible students and staff. Like Amanda Thomas, the lively stand-up comedian who works at the Snapping Turtle, and Vin Lang, Yasmin's assistant and then leader of the mysterious Abraxas Society. Most importantly, I became close friends with Moses Murphy,
Oh no.
a nerdy astrophysicist, and Safi Llewellyn Fayed, a glamorous student of poetry, and Yasmin's daughter.
Then, tragedy struck. After a night of stargazing, Max found Safi murdered.
For days, I mourned. Safi's death bringing back painful memories of Chloe, Arcadia Bay, of everything we lost. Then, I heard Safi's voice again. I reached out with my power, rusty from disuse, and shifted into a parallel timeline where Safi was still alive, but still in danger.
Shifting back and forth between the two timelines, Max's investigation uncovered many secrets of Caledon, but the clues didn't add up.
Until I discovered I was not the only one with powers. Safi was a shapeshifter and was using her ability to sow discord and suspicion among the Caledon faculty.
This
that
is
she
a
blamed for the fate of
big,
her best friend Maya, who took her own life.
Recap.
Working together, we exposed the truth, but in so doing, we discovered someone else had been instrumental in covering up the lies of Caledon. Safi's mother, Yasmin.
Years of resentment overrode Safi's control of her power, her consciousness splintering across the campus as an impossible storm loomed overhead.
In desperation, I grabbed hold of Safi and a photo and pulled both our minds back in time.
In the past, Safi, now clear-minded, begged Max to shoot her, to stop this horror from happening again.
But I refused to repeat my past mistakes. Torn between two terrible options, I chose a third way. Inside the storm, causality fractured. I faced my past and united.
Oh, it's even doing a
fragments of Safi's
recap of
life.
the dream
I
sequence.
merged the timelines back into one, saving Safi, and together we escaped the storm.
An action that will have significant repercussions. And Safi herself? She left Caledon on a quest to find other people like her. But before she did, she asked Max if she would support her, flaws and all, or condemn her for the people she hurt.
From the moment I merged the timelines, my ability to rewind time started to return. I
Okay,
have
good
this
to know.
power to help people. After everything I've been through, I won't run from it anymore.
Okay. It's weird that they can't import this. I was friends with Amanda. My Max was not ready. Chloe definitely survived. I believe in my playthrough that I did on this YouTube channel, I romanced Chloe. Safi, I rejected her. And Vin, I was friends with, though I think Max wants him. This is, you know, I like this gray background screen. It actually does look like looks like a negative. The little hair on there, the streaks. It's good. Okay, this is very college looking. That is not very college looking. That's wicked old.
Tell her to get the fuck out of bed, okay? I don't know how. Maybe. Hold on. Maybe try reminding her that a drum machine doesn't take up half the van and smell like ass after the gig. 20 minutes?
Oh, there's her Firewalk poster that we've
Yeah.
been seeing for many
Okay.
years.
I can make that work.
Well, looks like Chloe.
Last call.
Sounds like Chloe from before the
Either your
storm.
band is heading on stage now, or I call the show.
Fuck. No show means no fee, means no gas, means no tour, means... Fuck!
I think you gotta lie.
Come on, man. What's with the threats? They're heading on now, just grabbing the last gear from the van out back.
Yeah, okay. They better be.
Damn it.
Oh, so Chloe's like
That was
their
not a
tour
20-minute
manager.
lie. Maybe a 10-minute lie, if I'm lucky. And I'm never lucky.
Okay, well, now this game's starting with a weird dream sequence. Not a good start. These aren't, at least to me, these are not compelling. The world is not like this. You can tell that the game isn't going to be like this based on the ads you've seen. And so...
Not again. It keeps getting worse.
These just seem to me...
I just need to find the way out. Assuming there is one.
like a waste.
Now, let's talk business. Wrong. You got hella cash.
Is that me in high school? I never talked like that, did I?
Well, you didn't talk quite like that because it was a different voice actress. But whenever I hear somebody say business, which occurs not infrequently, I do think of Chloe in the bathroom scene. Okay, so it looks like the game wants me to go this direction. I do like the shockingly red fire. It reminds me of fake fire. Oh, can I go this direction? Reminds me of fake fire in like Disney World and stuff. Ooh, I can. Maybe I can't. We're seeing Aurora Borealis from all directions. Virtually impossible, but not technically impossible.
How long has this been going on? These nightmares that feel like memories. They're only getting worse.
Stop stalling, Max. Pull the trigger.
That memory can't be real. The Max I know wouldn't shoot anyone.
Well,
But why does it feel real?
if I recall correctly, Max could absolutely shoot Frank and shot Chloe.
I'm so glad you're my partner in crime.
As long as you're my partner in time.
Ooh, it's weird hearing the re-recorded lines.
Max is always on my mind. Lately, I feel like she's the only thing in my mind that belongs there. Does every daughter have nightmares that she killed her mom, even though she's still very much alive?
Oh,
Or is that just me?
that's definitely weird. Definitely weird, Chloe.
A version of me. If Max didn't rewind to save me. She's not me. But she's a part of me.
This game
The
needs to
question
learn
is,
what show don't
How
tell
much?
means. You know, I've never seen a lighthouse look ominous, but here we are. That is an ominous looking lighthouse.
Max?
Holy shit. Oh my god. I used to work at a camera store. I've been a hobbyist photographer for many years, and for a time I was even a professional photographer. I've seen a lot of people hold their lenses in weird ways. I have never seen this before. Oh my god. Because it's not just like over the top. It's, full, thumb tip to middle fingertip. How are you? She's gonna hit her focus ring. Oh my god. Never seen that before. That's amazing. Holy cow. I will say, if you want to know how to hold a professional camera, for 90% of people, it comes immediately. But for a lot of people, it's weird. If if you've held a rifle before, a long gun, shotgun, something like that, same thing. You put your right hand, if you're right-handed, you put your right hand on the hand grip with your finger on the trigger. If you're left-handed, supposedly they put more weight on their lens hand, but I don't believe that. I think it's basically the same. But anyway, you put your hand on the grip, and then you put your finger or your pointer finger on the trigger, which is the shutter button, and then you support the lens with your left hand. Now, when you need to zoom in, you don't really move your left hand. You just put some fingers up to the zoom ring or the focus ring and then make slight adjustments, right? It's not like a can opener thing like she did. And then some lenses are really, really fine. Like I shoot a rangefinder mostly, and those the adjustments are like minuscule finger motions, and you don't even hold the lens when you're holding one of those cameras. You just kind of like move your finger. But anyway, I've never seen that thing. Oh, she really did black out her tattoo. That's cool.
Who the fuck are you? Max, no!
Ooh, interesting.
There's one person who can help me understand what the fuck is going on. But why do I keep hallucinating her pointing a gun at me?
What is going on in there? Where the hell is the bat?
I just told you, man. They're loading in now. And why isn't there a ramp on the back door? Or do they not have handicap accessibility in wherever the fuck town?
That seems pretty correct for Chloe. Needlessly angry, blames other people for her problems. Okay. I don't think that should have been before the title sequence. Some pretty impressive texture pop in. I put this on an SSD. It shouldn't be like that. Ooh, Skeenick Overlook. Usually not blue, but sometimes they are.
Wow. Okay, fine. I'll go get my camera. Just keep being resplendent till I get back.
Look,
How long was I gone on this trip?
obviously Max is not, she's not going on this trip for photography. But you drive,
Days?
when you're in a situation
No,
like this,
still
you
feels
drive
good to come home
with your
to
camera
Vermont.
with you. And then you just grab it. Spamps.
My camera is underneath all this. Car packing for dummies. Whatever you need most goes to the back. My manager Hazel is always looking out for me.
Long Vista Monthly. That's a great photo.
And sometimes I want to kill her.
Yeah, that is a bad photo. It's not... There is nothing interesting about this photo whatsoever. That's definitely a good photo. Was that it? That's my organization? Nothing? Okay.
This weekend was the height of my professional success. And I survived it on donuts and coffee.
I don't know how you could do better than getting what essentially amounts to a full-time job where you have there are no expectations.
My most trusted companion.
Well, surely the camera's in that bag. I can just get it.
I always tell my students that a key to being an artist is a daily journal practice. Sometimes I even follow it myself. After last year, it was time to start fresh with a new journal.
Okay. What can I interpret by this journal? I like that she started the journal with the storm that changed everything. Trademark. Now, what I would really like is for her to put in parentheses the acronym for it. Now, here it says Chloe texted me after the storm. And she did. She sent me a text message in my playthrough. But if you had said that she died, then Chloe would not have texted you. Joyce would have. Which would indicate that the timelines weren't collapsed in the Chloe alive and Chloe dead universe. So if Chloe was dead, she should still be dead, though it does not preclude that. Oh my god, full time. Oh my god, see, that is a dream gig for a normal photographer. Just teaching people how to take photographs. You don't have to, work for... the really successful photographers would probably never do it, but you don't have to, do all these weddings and go through thousands of photos and take stupid portraits and... Oh my god, they're awful. Interesting. Max is into bird watching now. Why are the cute ones always emotionally unavailable? I could be wrong, but I think Amanda said that to Max.
I never responded to this. I should. Once I somehow figure out what to say.
That's a classic Max move. While she has grown in some ways, she does not respond to text messages if they're difficult, which I understand. Okay. She's already huge. She's a full-time photography professor. Okay, she's not an art photographer like with I mean, she's doing good. We may never meet this boyfriend of Moses's. There's a lot happening with Moses. Jesus Christ, Max. This is insulting to Chloe. That's not, I don't like that. I do not like that. Me at the bar for step 2, okay. Okay. Inspect hat. Okay.
My agent Hazel said I need to look more like an artist. So I bought this hat. I think I'll stick to looking like Max.
I don't know anything about agents, but I do think sometimes artists want to look like they're artsy.
Some of my students take my class so seriously, it's
Okay.
intimidating.
Ugh.
Loretta is smart enough to half-ass her assignments and get away with it.
Now, this 24 millimeter. I would like to see this photo. Generally speaking, why are there? By the way, why are there no dots over the eyes or dots over the J's? It wasn't in the other one either. I hate that. Okay, maybe I should change to the dyslexic font. Okay. So generally, you're not going to use a 24 millimeter lens at 2.8 for a portrait. That's very wide. That's extremely wide. Not ultra wide, but close. It's wider than most wide angle that you can get, and you're not really going to see the eyes. But if you did a really good, if you did a really close photo, then you could do it. But then there's problems with the distortion of the face. So I would like to see how this guy handled that.
One gallery showing, 3 magazine meetings, and 1 commission proposal. So of course I packed 25 different outfits.
Looks like she's got a Whataburger cup back there.
The further my life takes me, the more I find myself coming back to this trusty old friend.
Okay, come on, game. Come on. What's the flippin' point?
Nothing like a satisfying click, a soothing whir, and a toasty photo blossoming into view.
How do I... Alright. How can I... Oh, God. Is there... Huh. I guess they put a quote from Land on the bottom of those. I didn't know that. Land is the guy who created the Polaroid camera. Oh, interesting. Autofocus? Oh, digital counter? Oh, with a flash. So in the traditional Polaroids, the battery was in the film pack. But on some of the newer ones, it's something that's in the camera. Oh, I wish I could see the rest of her lenses.
The selfie I took just before this trip. I think I knew I'd want to hold on to this moment.
Not with that camera. Well, actually, wait, hold on. What did it say? Did it say 35 to 40? Maybe? But that's really... No, I don't know. Not with that camera. No way.
Time for your close-up.
Okay, let's see if how this shows up in the screen matches how it showed up. Since when do I have to press a button to open the camera? Okay, yeah, this is pretty normal. This is about what I would expect from a Polaroid. Her photo was not that. You couldn't get that from a normal Polaroid camera. Okay, so my goal is to ruin the photos. And exploit the game giving me freedom. Unfortunately, that's quite difficult. I'm going with it. At the observatory? You know, at my college, the observatory burned down as well in the 80s, I believe. And the insurance
Something horrible
allowed
is
us...
happening on campus.
Allowed the college to have
Back now.
$250,000 to get a new telescope. And so they commissioned a really, really, really good 10-inch apochromatic fractor. You know, custom. The optical quality of that telescope was absolutely amazing. Now, 10 inches, so you're not going to see the dust lanes in Triangulum or anything like that. But we were in suburban skies, so light gathering wasn't as important because we were mostly doing photometry, spectroscopy, limited photos, but looking at planets and things like that. And what you really want is no chromatic aberration, just none. And that's what we got. Is unbelievable, unbelievably good scope.
I've been gone for 3 days and all hell has broken loose.
Geez, they should buy newer cars out in Vermont, eh?
This is
Okay.
so horrible.
That's interesting. I don't know if we had her photos before. That's a good photo. I like it. Yeah, that looks like an Aerostar, even though these are not actual cars. It's like an
Must
old
have been some
Mercury.
kind of protest or riot.
Beefer Seniors. Bernie fucking Sanders. Bernie for real Sanders. Board
What happened here?
for reals. Oh, that's too bad. Can't read that guy's plate. Missing out. Well, it looks like people think that
The Abraxas logo.
people in the Abraxas
Killers.
Society, you know,
What does
like
all
the-
this mean?
whatever that social club is on campus, kill people.
Where's the damn fire department? They're all tied up at that destroyed building where this mess started. Fremont? But all the students are down here! Fuck!
All units on site, 1082 at the Fine Arts Building. Repeat, all units.
Damn it!
Look, I would love it if there was a time when all the students were at the university. I also like it. It's like an eagle car. I like that logo's lit up. That's kind of cool.
Campus security is out in force. Is it for the fire or something else?
Oh, there too. Okay, what do we got? OI G13. Alright, I don't know what that one is. So wait a minute. Isn't that a Colorado plate? That is a Colorado. What the fuck are they doing with the Colorado plate? That's a Vermont plate. That's a Vermont plate.
I need to see if anyone needs help.
Colorado plate still. Now I gotta go back and make sure the states make sense. Okay, Vermont. She probably didn't have to re-register cars. Alright, so there's one car that has a Colorado plate. Okay, what else are we looking at? Oh.
Loretta's march? What does Loretta have to do with all of this?
Oh boy. That's pretty fancy. This is a fancy building.
Where did all this come from?
It is weird that they're basically just something with a fraternity, basically. It's weird that this would play this bigger role.
Get us out of here!
Why? Ooh, the doors are locked. Why?
Hang on! I will get help!
Okay. These people are pretty much
Can't
for
get in
sure
here.
dead. Though I don't know why they couldn't break the glass and try and push the wood open. But I clearly can't do anything about this, so I'm just going to walk around and see what else is going on in the game. We've got the emergency cop light over there. Not copper light, that would be poop.
Someone set this fire on purpose.
That's what made you think that, huh? Not the fact that they boarded up all the windows and locked them.
Damn it!
The security! There's students trapped in the atrium!
No shit, you need to clear out now.
Okay, I like the security person. She's existing in the real world.
The whole campus is burning. This is so horrible.
We should probably leave.
Moses? Hold on! I'm coming!
What are the odds the only person he saves is Loretta?
Max, hurry, the roof is caving in!
Oh, that looks like Chloe. Interesting.
No. Come on.
Oh
I'll
no.
save you, Moses. I'll save everyone. Just give me time.
She's gonna ruin her New York stuff. But again, she doesn't really have to. She's already got a job. This is no great loss. I mean, it's a great loss, but like, she's already doing better than 95% of people. Wow. They really want us to believe that that photo was taken with that
No
camera.
screams. I did it. Oh,
Same
God.
shirt though. She should show
I
her
did
more.
it. I jumped into a photo again. I'm sure this won't have terrible, far-reaching consequences for the school or the people I love. What have I done?
I don't think we should have had that prologue with Chloe at all. I think the drive with Max, seeing this stuff happen, that's intriguing. We learned the photo mechanic, and then we go back.
Friday. The fire started Sunday evening. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have come back. Maybe I'll just fuck everything up. But maybe I can't fuck it up any more than it already was.
No, we'll find out.
I'm here now. I can do something. I have to do something.
Okay. Let's see.
What did I do after I took this photo? It feels like a lifetime ago. Yes, I was going to see Moses. If anyone will know what to do, it's the physicist who studies time travel.
Well, okay, hold on. Let's be clear here. Moses' job is clearly in the astronomy department.
Do something.
Though he may be a physicist, he's certainly not doing time travel. And he has no idea what's going on, has no grasp of the scientific method. Do you remember, when he was testing to see if he could travel to another universe, he did something, he made a motion and then said a phrase, and then said, well, if you can determine what I did and said, you went to another universe, and then we did it, and that blew his mind. When, that's a terrible experimental design, but also, she could have just hid in a bush. If anything, it's evidence she didn't go to another dimension. If she was in another dimension, she would have no idea what he did. And I know, she said that she can kind of hear things, but it's evidence for the wrong thing. Moses has no concept of the scientific method. He doesn't understand anything about astronomy. Maybe he knows about physics, but the comments he made in the last game were very clear. He has no idea what he's talking about. I don't know how he faked his way into that university, but I wish I was him.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's impossible. Okay, so what we're looking at here appears to be a double exposure. It's not impossible, but I used to bullseye womp rats on my T16 back home. They're not much bigger than Tomb Raider's. But we already saw the developed shot before. She can't go back on there and then put another exposure on. It's already been developed. So when you're taking photos, light goes through the lens and then gets put on the film. And the light is captured on that film, and the image is kind of etched into the silver on the film. Then, when you develop the film, you basically get rid of the silver that didn't have the light on it, or vice versa, depending on the film. And then, so you put it in developer, then you have to stop the developer, and then you have to fix the image. Now, Polaroid cameras are basically that process all in one. So it, if I recall correctly, the process is you expose the film, and what you're actually looking at is the film. It's not a print, it's the film. You expose the film, and then it goes through those rollers, and then it squeezes the developer and stuff into the film. And once that film is developed, once it's stopped and fixed, you cannot do anything to it. It is what it is. That's why you can look at your photo in the sunlight and it doesn't change. Or you can look at your photo in the basement in the dark and it doesn't change. But if you hadn't developed the photo, then you could do 2 exposures on the same piece of film. And what happens is what you see here. The bright parts of the second exposure are put onto the darker parts of the original piece, of the original exposure. Because it was never developed, the film is still willing to take in more light. But once it's developed, once there's an image, then it can't work. So this double exposure is impossible. And Max should know that. Excellent frame rate.
Hello.
Hi, Hazel.
Max! Big night tonight. How are you feeling?
I'm sorry. Something really, really big has come up. I can't make it this weekend.
You are kidding me. Max, these are not the kind of people you want to cancel on.
Figure it out.
I'm so sorry for the late notice. I only just found out myself.
Okay. I see this all the time. Young, talented artist on the verge of stardom. You're feeling some jitters. I get it.
No, it's not that. I know what I need to do.
I like Hazel. She seems like a supportive manager. Or agent, sorry. God, that is a nice building. And that's probably an older scope,
peaceful.
but that's an expensive piece of equipment just to sit there. Oh, it's a planetarium. Excellent. Some of them are both.
Moses should be waiting for me in his office.
Usually not. Alright, we got a message from Loretta. Come on. I don't know why Max wouldn't just say... Okay, here we go, here we go. Moses and I have spent this year studying Rewind. It took a lot of convincing, but after seeing what happened when Safi lost control of her powers, he was certain that the more we know, the safer I'll be. Well, I mean, yeah, obviously. Moses treats my powers like a question that can be answered, not a curse or a liability. It's been a long time since I felt like that. We never tested my ability to rewind into a photo as badly as Moses wanted to study it. After hearing about everything that happened with Arcadia Bay, he agreed it wasn't worth the risk, and it wasn't up until the moment he fell through the roof. One thing is clear, after months of testing, I can theoretically use my powers, all of my powers. Okay. What in the world? Okay, look. So that double hyphen, that's a pretty standard way to create a dash. When you're typing, this is a handwritten journal. What's happening? I can theoretically use my powers, all of my powers, without breaking the world. I guess it's time to test that theory. Also, great sentence. Very rare to see a colon and a dash, even two dashes, used in one sentence. What even happened here? I was gone for a weekend and everything went to shit. I took crosstalk off my phone. Interesting. Interesting. In his text, Moses clearly waited until I got home to tell me something, but if a violent protest was closing in, would he really be cryptic about it? Heard the cops talking about a house called Fremont. That's where the fire started, and Loretta maybe started a mob. Okay. Let's look at the scope. Well, let's try and read the plaque. Oh, the plaque is nothing. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can move around. I can just take photos of stuff. Why wasn't this there the whole time? Maybe it was and I forgot. Okay. Well, it seems to want me to take a photo right here.
Is a jack-o'-lantern series too on the nose for a New England photographer?
Well, really, we should be squatting. This angle's not interesting, but squatting, it might be.
I wonder how Moses will react to all this.
Well, that's bad. Alright, what would be interesting to have in the double exposure? Well, that looks like shit. I don't know. What, I can't just, like, keep it. I have to retake the whole ass photo.
Moses should be in his office waiting for our hot chocolate date.
Okay, get away from me. Was I not doing that right?
Is a jack-o'-lantern series
Do I have to be close?
too on the nose for a New England photographer?
You're kidding me. Oh my god. Shoot me. It won't even give me... It's...
You know he feels empty inside.
Oh, it's given me the freedom, but not allowing me to use it. Oh my god, that's murder. That's murder.
I wonder how Moses will react to all this.
Feinbloom Planetarium. Everett Observatory and Planetarium. Uh-huh. Everett Planetarium. Okay.
The Planetarium. Haven for astronomers and stoners alike.
Yeah. Let's see what we're looking at here. I'm not sure what those images are about. Alright, let's look at telescope. Pretty standard looking scope, honestly. I'm surprised they put the motor and the mount on here like this.
Moses should be in his office waiting for our hot chocolate date.
Got two spotting scopes. The weird part is the objective of that second spotting scope is very similar to the objective of the big one, which is not normal. You'd also normally have like an L mount for your eyepieces, but it's pretty standard to have two spotting scopes. Usually one is small, one is big. The big one being like a good quality, maybe a 4-inch refractor. Candy.
I wonder how Moses will react to all this.
Light switch. Astrophysics is for everyone. A no dumb questions introduction of the stars. Moses Murphy, graduate student. Wow, not even a physics
His
professor.
students don't call him Space Daddy for nothing. No matter how often he tells them not to.
You know, I don't know if you really want to talk about astrophysics if we're looking for an intro. I think you really want to keep it to astronomy. Look at that. They're still using the French binders. And, you know, those chairs are pretty common in hotels, and they're bad. Planets on Parade. That is a classic show.
I told Moses they should add a laser light show. But apparently that's not the point of planetariums.
Yeah, Planets on Parade, classic show. Show the well, really all the planets, show the ecliptic, learn a little bit about the zodiac, things like that. Black holes beyond the event horizon. That's probably boring. Also, inaccurate photo of a black hole. Oh, let's look at the Earth. This is probably really boring to anyone who pops into this stream. It's just me looking at stuff and saying what's wrong with it as far as I can perceive. Though who knows, you know, I could be going off half-cocked and the shit that I'm saying could be wrong. Oh, look at that. It's a winter photo of the Earth. And also I found out
should be in his office
those
waiting for
islands
a hot chocolate date.
that go from Japan to the Kamchatka Peninsula, I recently discovered they're currently run by Russia, but they were given to Japan in like 1875, and they're currently fighting about who should get them. Okay. Oh man, you can't even read that text? Okay. Okay, this is a cool exhibit. Okay, by the way, Artemis 2 launched earlier today.
I wonder how Moses will react to all this.
Interesting podcasts. There's a ton of different podcasts here. Oh, I have to sit down and listen to it? I can't just walk around? That's the whole point. Being able to walk around while you're listening to a podcast. Please let me walk around.
Secrets. Corruption.
Oh, God. All right.
Power. Welcome back to Abraxcast, Caledon's only podcast dedicated to uncovering the hidden underbelly of the Abraxas Society. I am your host, Loretta Rice. This is episode 4, The Hall of Secrets.
Yeah, I can't imagine she'll have too many more episodes.
It has long been known that Abraxas is no ordinary campus club. It seems to operate by its own rules and logic. Take their recent battle with the administration over housing. The Abraxas House is a Caledon-owned building at the periphery of Lakeport. After the storm, President Owen Teller declared the building uninhabitable and quickly advanced plans to have it condemned.
Okay.
Now, Whatever one
Holy
thinks about the
smokes.
administration's expansion plans, branded Caledon 2.0, university bylaws are very clear that
I don't know who made
Abraxas
the
students must
spacesuits
submit to relocation
for the moon landing.
or risk disciplinary
Playtex.
action. But this is not what happened. Instead, students have been returning to the building, squatting in their old rooms, and staging disruptive protests. The planned demolition has been set back indefinitely. Now, my role as a journalist is not to pick sides, but to uncover the truth. And I have come to believe that the reason for Abraxas's peculiar leverage may rest inside the very house they are illegitimately occupying. Sources tell me of a section in the Abraxas house known as the Hall of Secrets. What is contained within it? No one knows. But I'm told it has been passed down for
Hold that. Do you guys see that? Okay. We'll go look at that poster in a minute.
Very well concealed from even the most senior Abraxas members. It stands to reason that these secrets hold the key to understanding not just Abraxas, but also its peculiar hold over Caledon University. I, your faithful reporter, will not rest until I have uncovered the Hall of Secrets myself and revealed what lies within.
She didn't even tell us anything. God, that podcast sucks. Jesus Christ, Loretta. Decent production, but you gotta work on that. And where the hell am I? Okay. So I was here. Let's see what else is going on in the restroom. Alright, we'll deal with that in a moment. Where was that horrible poster? Can I go upstairs? No. Like Claptrap. Fact or fiction? God, this is really expensive. Where's the projector? No projector. Okay. Could you
Moses should
imagine?
be in his office waiting for our hot chocolate date.
Could you imagine just some random ass college having an Apollo spacesuit? I wish they weren't ruining the game for me. You know what? Let me retake the photo and make this bad. Does astronaut have to be in the photo? If I'm standing here, can we save it? Damn. That sucks, man. They make us take the photo they want us to take. God. That's rough. Now, that being
I
said,
wonder how Moses will react to all this.
they did give us a great spot to do a double exposure. And I will take the opportunity. Oh shit, I pressed retake. I meant to do double exposure. Let's see if they fixed the framing. No!
Moses should be in his office waiting for our hot chocolate date. Your Honor, my head's not in the clouds. It's up in space.
Oh my god, they just have this in a corner? With a fake not projector? There it is. There it is. Yeah, jeez. It looks kind of like the elephant
I
trunk,
wonder how
but
Moses will react.
I'm not sure. Someone should tell me what that nebula is. Okay, look at this. Look at this bullshit. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Alright, so clearly this can't be our solar system. But, alright, there's a sun and there's things orbiting it, right? In the second orbit, there's two things. And then there's nothing in the third orbit. And then you have something in the fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth. And none of them match up with our solar system, if they were even trying to do it. But two things in the same orbit. Oh my god. This is abysmal. I don't even know if the developers know this little about space. I don't even know why they would put it in the game. You know what I mean? Pick something you know something about. Red spot. Ooh, an artist's depiction of Saturn. Interesting. I don't recognize this nebula. Maybe like infrared of the Crab Nebula or something. I don't know.
Moses, I'm from the future. I bring dark tidings of... No, too biblical.
Okay. Okay. No problem. I don't know why it's got like middle lines in between some of the planets, but this seems fair.
When we were on the road, Chloe loved pointing out Venus and Mars to me in the night sky.
Oh, wow, that's Pluto. That's a new one from New Horizons. Wow. Ooh, now this is a tough one because it's like one of 1,000 moons. I don't know. I'm going to go with Callisto. Somebody just tell me if I'm wrong on that. I don't recognize this at all.
Yasmin's replacement has some big ideas for the school. Kinda wish he'd keep them to himself.
I like that he used alumnus correctly. Astronomy Club, good. Geminid. That's correct. Map. If you're an amateur and you're going to buy a telescope, what you absolutely mustn't do is get one of those. You should get a Dobsonian. For $1,000, you can get a 10-inch Dob. Maybe even a 12-inch if you're really lucky. Or if you don't want something big, get an 8-inch Dob, half the price, and it's going to give you a much better experience than one of those. Easier to handle, easier to use, more light gathering. You really want a Dob. I don't know what the fuck this is. Some astrophotography enthusiast is going to be like, oh, well, clearly that's the mice or whatever. I don't know. No idea. Never stop looking up. Okay. Well, that looks like a heavily stylized image of a sun from up close. I don't know what the shit that is. Okay, it's a photo of the observatory and the university. That's a cleaning cart with a hairbrush on it. And a shocking amount of newspapers for this century. Oh. Could I hear outside for a second? That was weird.
My classroom is the great outdoors. At least until it starts snowing.
That's surprising. Well, good for her. But that's pretty surprising. She should probably teach people how to develop photos and things.
Enjoy this building while it... No, too jokey.
Okay.
I told Dr. Jordan he didn't need to convince me. My own...
Also, this guy's a grad student. He gets his own office. maybe some schools are like that, but certainly none of the ones that I worked at. There'd be like an office that's like physics grad students, and then there'd be 8 of us on tables.
Conversations
or
with
at
you
tables.
were sufficient, not to mention your student ratings. Your intro courses are 9s in a sea of 4s. For you to be so highly regarded, especially by non-majors, is...
Max, you're making yourself look weird in front of your boss.
well, very highly regarded, it seems.
Max? You okay?
Sorry. Long day. You were saying?
You're not in this
I was
conversation,
just telling
Max.
Moses that he is officially invited to join the Caledon faculty once he becomes Dr. Murphy next year.
Right, the job offer. I remember. I mean,
Good job, Max. Consistent characterization.
it was a foregone conclusion. Moses is the best.
And obviously you can tell it's non-majors because they rated him highly. Any major would figure out that this guy doesn't know shit.
Congratulations.
Thanks. I'm still taking it in. But President Teller's plans for the physics department are very exciting.
This building is the one real investment that Caledon has made in the sciences.
Yeah, cool. What the fuck is that telescope doing in here?
4 departments
Oh
under
my
one
God.
roof. We need to expand. And that's just the beginning. In a few years, the whole school will look like this, a cutting-edge research institution to rival MIT.
This is a liberal arts college.
I thought most students came to Caledon for liberal arts.
Currently, yes. But if we want to remain competitive and move past the events of last year, Caledon needs to modernize. Dr. Fayyad was a great leader, and she had an eye for talent. Finding Moses was one of her many successes. But she had an idealistic streak, which reminds me, Max, do your students still have all A's?
Oh, this guy's bad. Wow, this guy's... Oh, interesting. I mean, he's definitely accusing her of just giving everybody A's.
Everyone who's still in the class has an A, but plenty of students dropped when they realized how tough it would be.
I noticed that too. Not the academic curve we strive for, but perhaps that wasn't covered in your orientation.
Oh, this guy's
Max,
brutal.
She's a traditional academic, but she's amazing with her students. Like you said, Yasmin has an eye for talent. She was even talking about creating a photography major.
It's not that I doubt your talent, Max. You're just a beneficiary of her short-sightedness. I mean, a professor, sorry, an instructor with no teaching experience or terminal degree, living rent-free in the house that was once reserved for visiting luminaries? It's like, how was this allowed to happen?
Owen, you're making a great
Wow.
point.
I do not remember this conversation being such a disaster.
Well, duty calls. Moses, contact my office if you have any questions about the offer.
Man, that guy is just dying to fire me.
You already knew about my job offer. But you had to remember, so... You're not rewinding from later today, are you?
You're good. I'm back from Sunday.
Did you jump back into a photo? We agreed that that was too dangerous.
If you saw the alternative, I think you'd agree it was worth the risk.
What happened? Did something go wrong with the gallery show?
No, the show was great, incredible, but while I was gone, something at Caledon went very, very wrong. There was a protest about something. It turned into a riot. By the time I got back, the whole campus was on fire. Look.
That's definitely the campus on fire. Compositionally, it is a bit more abstract than usual.
We're not going to mention how it's a
wasn't
physically
trying to take a
impossible
photo.
thing.
I dropped my camera when I saw you.
This is why this guy doesn't understand. It doesn't know anything about physics.
There were students trapped inside. It was bad. I think a lot of people got hurt.
Okay. Before you came back here through the photo, did you try to rewind in the fire?
I think Max forgot she could.
Oh my god. I didn't even think to.
Hey, you were in shock. It's understandable.
I like the
Never
texture
felt
on
so
his
powerless
sweatshirt.
before. All that destruction, and there was nothing I could do.
That's not true. You bought us time. Time that we'll make the most of.
Really good texture.
So, where should we start?
What the heck is that? Oh,
Fire
Frisbee.
department? They'll just laugh at us. We should act normal. Search for clues, talk to suspects without rousing suspicion. Which is exactly what your powers are perfect for. Did we do any rewind testing when you were here the first time?
No, we just talked about my trip over hot chocolate.
Then let's change that. We'll practice your skills, and if you run into any danger this weekend, you'll be ready.
Let's get to work.
Okay, well, the most important thing is that I walk through
Moses
this
is
guy's
right.
office and
I
heavily
need to be
criticize him for
prepared
everything.
For this weekend. We've covered a lot of ground these past months together. Yeah. About that whole avoid section. No crazy storms in the 9 months that we've been testing my powers. That's something.
Yep. Just goes to show it doesn't matter.
I'm a good guinea pig.
Who's taking that photo?
For the most part.
Alright, let's look at this again.
No crazy storms in the 9 months that we've been testing my powers.
Okay.
That's something. Moses has been tracking weather patterns along with our rewind testing. No correlation yet.
And all he wrote down is the temperature in Fahrenheit.
People started talking about Safi's death like it was a bad dream. Then they stopped talking about it at all.
Category 3. So, I mean, obviously Warren was really stupid, but I think he said it was an EF. No, he didn't. He made up a tornado classification. I don't remember what it was, but basically it was a tornado. But this thing says it's in fact a hurricane.
After everything with the timelines last year, Moses thinks my powers might have evolved in other ways. Not sure if I want to know if he's right.
Okay, Schrodinger's equation. That is not what Schrodinger's equation is about. Jesus Christ. Schrodinger's equation is about, like, energy levels of... Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, well, let's see if this is correct. Well... God, it doesn't look bad, does it? I forgot the R in Monoceros. God, it really isn't bad. Messier objects seem about right. It's a cluster M35 there by the foot of Castor. And then I think there's, the salt and pepper cluster or something over there, like M37 and Arisia. That's correct. Okay, so far, so good. It's got a planetarium software up and maybe a video feed from inside the planetarium. Don't know why he's got an oscilloscope. 2, 3. Okay. I am getting dumber as I go on here. I don't remember enough about physics to recognize what I'm looking at here. If those are even really equations. Well, I mean, they are equations, but if they're like an equation that we know. Yeah, don't know. Someone can tell me if I'm foolish and not recognizing something here, but I can't. I'm too dumb. My physics is too far in my past now.
I'm 90% sure that Harold isn't real. Moses just made up a fake grad student to get an office all to himself. I was really worried when Moses said I should practice my powers. But he was sure we could do it safely, and so far, he's been right.
Okay.
Safi's been radio silent for almost a year.
Oh, interesting.
I wish we knew where she was.
Everett Planetarium. Exoplanets. Okay. Though it seems, I think people have a lot of questions about exoplanets. That's a good one. I like the band's called Syzygy.
Tony and Moses make it look easy. How do you keep somebody that close for that long?
Well, clearly by square footage, barely even talking to them.
Moses is so passionate about physics, but as far as I can tell, physics is just loading screens.
Alright, what am I looking at here? God, it's been so long. I don't even remember what U is. Alright, so I can see we've got the 1 minus I, the integral from T T. DT1. Velocity at time 1U. What is U? God, I don't remember. Is U like angular momentum or something? Hold on, let me Google this. U in physics. U is initial velocity. But surely T1... Oh no, because T naught. We can't have U at T1. Alright, what else? Gotta be something else. We certainly never used it. Oh, potential energy. What would the potential energy have to do with the velocity? Could the velocity... I don't think this equation makes sense. Oh, could it be voltage? Could it be potential difference? That's a capital V. No, that doesn't make sense. I'm just deciding it doesn't make sense. If someone thinks I'm wrong and this does make sense, please comment. I've decided that is a nonsensical physics equation. I won't hold it against Moses. Again, it's been a long time since I've done physics, and I did not... barely existed in grad school, so certainly in physics, I mean. I was all astronomy in terms of working at the college and stuff. God, this guy's got so many oscilloscopes. It's unbelievable. And French binders.
Moses' pride and joy, though he hasn't had as much time for the stars since he started studying my powers.
I don't know. Look, I have never seen something like this on wheels. And it's not balanced. So I don't think that this is something that happens. Someone who does more astronomy than me can tell me if I'm wrong here, but I think there would be no point in putting this thing on wheels. Not with this gigantic mount. You can't really get it outside. It doesn't make sense. It's a big reflector. So it's a Newtonian reflector. When I was talking about getting a Dobsonian, it's this design, but the Dobsonian is the mount. So the mount is basically on the floor, and then you just move it around up and down. And this is a German equatorial.
Moses likes working on this when I'm around. I'm his Control Z.
Okay, let's talk to this idiot.
You really missed your calling as the host of a children's science show.
There's still time. Let's begin. What was drawn on that card?
Seriously?
I never joke about testing, Max.
And yet you're such a ham. One moment.
Why
Time to fire up my
did he
rewind power
tear
so I
it?
can grab that index card before Moses rips it.
Yoink.
Welcome back.
Who's this formidable fellow?
That is the evil Swordmaster Frostbite from No True Samurai. Test number 1. Tell me who killed him.
I have no idea. Let me guess. I can find the answer
No, just ask him and
somewhere in
rewind.
this very room.
Who cares? It's a one-strike question. Test failed.
You're the worst.
Actually, I didn't go press Y on everything up here.
A cutting from Maya's memorial tree. We're planning to give it to Sophie, if she ever comes back. Yasmin has been through hell in the last year. Not that she didn't deserve some of it, but still.
It's interesting that they had Yasmin not be the president, because you could have had her be the president at the end of the last
secret
one.
contraband kettle out in the open?
More importantly, I don't know how it works.
Aw, May's at the vet. I was in the mood for another staring contest. You really understand how I'm feeling right now? Turtle strapped to a rocket booster?
Well, it definitely looks 3D printed. I appreciate that. What's in here? Some kind of lounge?
Moses had me rewind after the first scene of Brain Bucket 3 because he, quote, needed to unsee that. Well, you're definitely no true samurai. But are you the killer? So your name is Mina, but did you kill the samurai? Where's the proof?
Does she have a knife or
Using
something?
a rewind test to get me into anime? Moses is abusing his powers.
I don't know if there is proof. I think I might just have to go down there and hit him.
When I, split reality in two and then mashed it back together, it wasn't exactly seamless.
That's okay.
I offered to help him finish it, but Moses
It was
likes the reminder
massively
that all those
inaccurate
crazy
anyway.
memories really happened.
I do like what it signifies. That's good. All right.
Okay, ask me again.
Max, it's great that you can remember something you just saw, but I'm testing whether you can remember it before you saw it.
Fair enough.
Okay. That's better experimental design.
How dare Moses be good at art and physics? Some of us can barely be good at one thing.
I don't know, Max. You're an excellent drawer, and you do good photography. Let's rewind all the way. Oh, jeez, that was all the way. All right.
Okay, ask me.
Who killed Swordmaster Frostbite in No True Samurai?
Mina Hiramatsu, the badass high schooler.
Correct! Are you ready for test number 2? Please hand me the object behind that locked door.
Okay, unlock it.
I bet Chloe and Moses would have loved each other as only two nerds could. I wish they would have met. What is he up to now?
If you want me to do something other than break into this thing with a screwdriver, speak now.
I'm just observing my test subject.
Good to hear.
Should be observing your kettle.
Haven't had to break into something for a while. But it's probably just like stealing a bike.
That was amusing. Good job, Max. Decent joke.
You just love watching me break things for science.
I know I won't remember it, but I still love watching it.
You're a creep. Classic mug shattering.
Damn. It's never simple in the Time Dojo. A test where I get to break into things? Is Moses trying to cheer me up?
Get us out of here!
Oh, Jesus Christ. What else is going on out there? Not a lot. I'm still gonna break it, aren't I? Okay. So maybe I need to put something...
Okay, I'm probably not going to develop hand-eye coordination in the
Well, I was
next few
hoping that
minutes.
was the thing, like now that
Need
she
another
knew.
plan.
Okay. We need to put something soft underneath it.
I bet Chloe and Moses would have loved each other as only two nerds could. I wish they would have met.
Something soft. Chair? No. Cushion.
This could protect the mug, if it wasn't currently in pieces.
Okay. So I rewind. Okay. I don't think I looked at the fire mage.
Who was the murder victim? Frostbite? Maybe a fire flinger did the deed.
Incorrect. Ugh, it's got his butt pad in it. I can see the outline of his butt. I don't like it.
Is this a bonus rewind test? Did you want the mug to fall?
No. That's just a lucky break.
Holy shit.
Yes.
Now I go back in time, presumably. But just to be sure.
Max, you have to unbust the door.
What? Fixing it wasn't part of the test?
That's true.
I think you know that it was. Thanks.
I'm going to
I'll
have
put the kettle
a
on.
pop.
Meet me on the X when you're ready.
Okay, the kettle's already on, you huge idiot. Oh, man, I almost broke my Mountain Dew Baja Blast Zero.
Probably not a buried treasure, but you never know.
It was in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Oh, it's another weird ribbed
ready.
duct tape.
Okay. I want you to teleport to this side of the room in a particular moment. Specifically, the moment before this mug hits the ground.
Moses?
It does that sometimes. I'm gonna count to 3.
Moses!
What the fuck?
unplug the kettle.
Oh, it just does that sometimes.
Guess I'll have to do this myself.
Moses, you huge idiot.
Moses!
He probably started the damn fire.
Oh, it... Max, why'd you leave the X? What happened?
Fire happened.
Whoa. And I was just gonna let it spark. Thank you, teleporting Max.
This guy
That didn't happen
is
before.
really dumb.
We had hot chocolate last time, but it didn't combust. I just got back and I'm already changing things.
That's fascinating. Probably best to skip on the hot chocolate today. Let's debrief when you're ready.
I saved the observatory this time. Let's just hope I can save it again.
I think that's interesting. We're probably going to have to stop ourselves from accidentally causing a lot of fires.
Please tell me you'll stop using that kettle. For all we know, it burns down the school in 2 days.
I know it's a dysfunctional relationship, but I can fix her. You're right, though. Consider this her official retirement party.
How are you feeling about the disaster I just dropped into your lap?
Still processing. But I'm glad we still have a chance to do something. How do you feel?
I know my powers are, well, powerful. But that doesn't mean they're dependable. This could end badly. What if it was a mistake to come back here? What if I just make everything worse?
I know there are risks. There's a reason we never tested your ability to jump into photos. But our testing has proved that some kinds of rewind are safe. If you unbreak a mug, the universe doesn't seem to care.
Yeah. Okay.
What if I can't change anything? One time I tried to save my friend's father from dying in a car crash and...
You've told me. And yes, it sounds like the universe sometimes has a dark sense of humor. We'll just have to wait and see. Let's take stock. What do we know for sure? What leads do we have?
Really, we should be telling the police. We should, or like, wait until something cohesive, or wait until something concrete happens. And
Vin
then
and Amanda
start
could help us.
give
Vin
give
knows
them
everything
tips.
about Caledon, and Amanda knows everything about Lakeport. Too bad I can't tell them why I'm asking. They'd never believe me.
I don't know. You did.
Storm amnesia?
We need a better name. That sounds like a disease you get in
Oh.
a fantasy novel.
Okay, so they're
Oh,
retconning
you
that
turned
Max
down cognitive
told.
dissonance triggered collective memory loss.
They're retconning where Max told
Sometimes
everybody.
I wish everyone still remembered. The two timelines and everything with Safi and me having powers and...
You could remind them. You reminded me when I started forgetting.
I got up the nerve to confess my secret once. I thought it would let
I
me
don't know
be
if this is a
more
real retcon.
normal
I guess
and
it's not a
less
retcon.
alone. The universe had other plans.
It always does.
I can't do it again. It's easier if people don't know.
Even Amanda and Vin?
Even Amanda and Vin. So, who would have a motive to burn down Caledon? I saw signs of a protest, but I'm not sure what it was about.
We haven't heard from Safi since she left.
Moses. No way. I didn't see any sign of her.
Safi's a shapeshifter. She was furious with her mom and with Caledon. Could it be her?
No
I still
question
don't
mark.
think Safi would burn down the school. At least not on purpose.
At least not the Safi we thought we knew.
That being said, one thing we know about Safi is that she gets reckless when she's angry. The only thing we know for sure is that my powers are going to complicate things. They always do.
Maybe this time is different? We can't stay locked in the past.
Like I can help it. Every time a new disaster strikes, it always brings me back to the first disaster.
Chloe, in the school bathroom.
Trying to save Chloe and the place I love is how I destroyed the last place I loved.
Arcadia Bay, right? It looked beautiful. At least from the photos you showed me.
It was beautiful. When it was still on the map. How do I know Lakeport won't be next? How are you so calm?
Because things are different. You're an adult with better control of your powers. And you have a brilliant physicist friend who wants to help.
Who's that?
That
It sure ain't you.
So, how do we stop a fire before it starts? Oh, right. My class starts in 15 minutes. I should cancel.
No.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. I thought she canceled her trip to New York, or maybe she hasn't. Okay, she wouldn't have left for New York yet. So she did a class and
Don't
then
make
left.
any changes you don't have to. If we mess with the timeline too much, we might introduce new variables.
You know, I saw something in class last time. Reggie took a call and walked away when I got near. I wonder if it was about Abraxas.
Secret society. Shady calls with the Abraxas president. It could be something.
And in the fire, I noticed some Abraxas graffiti. It seemed ominous.
Text me if you learn anything. I'm gonna steal another whiteboard from engineering.
Come on, game.
And Max? Promise me you'll do whatever you can this weekend. To stop the fire. To save people if it breaks out. Anything. I know there are consequences to using your powers, but inaction has consequences too. Whatever happens, I need us to know that we did everything we could.
I think I need that too.
Other than telling the police to tip them
Have a good
off.
class.
Well, 2 hours in, the game has started, apparently. Okay. I think this is probably a good place to end. However, I feel like I should at least do the next scene.
I'm sorry.
Oh, a 3-person class.
So
sorry,
sorry.
4-person.
Crazy day. Crazy day.
5.
Because of your Grand Gallery tour of New York this weekend? I'm amazed you didn't ditch us entirely.
Yeah, you must be freaking out. When do you leave?
You know, given my extreme lateness, I think we should jump right into the lesson today.
Oh.
I know.
Class of 5.
But I think
Look, the president's got a point, man. She made most of her students drop the class, which is hilarious. And she's only got 5 students left. This class should not run.
you'll want all the time we have for this.
And they all have A's.
So, we've been focusing on composition, character of place, dynamic structure, light, balance, movement, contrast.
That's just
If
everything.
you've been paying attention so far, when you look out there, your eyes should find endless patterns of shapes, colors. But today, I want you to see something else entirely. I'll give you a hint. It's the most powerful element a photographer can pursue. Yet it's the one thing a photograph can never really have.
I don't know, Jeanette. But you know, it's interesting. She's talking about shapes and colors, and those are definitely, important. Sometimes colors are even the subject of a photo. But generally speaking, for beginner photographers, and I don't know if these people are, generally speaking, for beginner photographers, you want to have them concentrate on light and shadow as more than things like colors. It doesn't matter.
Jeanette, what do you think? Secrets.
Whoa. Deep.
Quicksand.
That's a good guess. But I'm thinking of life. Human life, specifically. It's all around us. Sometimes it's overwhelming. I know it is for me.
Okay.
When I turn my camera on one person and focus on trying to see them, really see them, I can feel a connection happen through the camera. So,
I do not, but I'm not a good
look out
portrait
there
photographer.
again. Find someone you don't know, someone who grabs your attention, someone you want to connect with. Your assignment today? Go take their picture.
Oh, come on, don't make us do that.
What, take a
Isn't that
photo?
dangerous?
Be reasonable, man.
What kind of class is this? How bad were those students that dropped it? She just said, go take a picture of someone. Are you joking? It's the easiest assignment I've ever heard in my entire life. So generally, photography assignments in college are things like, I would like you to take a picture showing motion, something like that, so you can, understand shutter speed and so on. But just take a picture of somebody and try and connect with them through the camera. I actually think that's an interesting assignment in a way, because she doesn't care about composition. She doesn't care what they're doing. She doesn't care any of the technical aspects of the photo. She wants them to create a connection with the person, which might be important for a good portrait artist. I certainly am not one. But, Diane Arbus, who we know from Victoria, Diane Arbus, in the first game, one of the reasons she's considered one of the best portrait photographers is it feels like in her photographs that it feels like you were let in on something. Many of her most famous photographs are people like in their apartment, so you really in a way were. But it feels like you were let in on something. It feels like you're seeing these people in their private, most vulnerable moments. And I don't know how she does that. I mean, did. She died early and young. She could have gone on, but I'm not a good enough photographer to understand how to do what Max is asking these people to do. And I think it's a good assignment. I think that would be an interesting thing to do. And she's talking about something that sometimes people have difficulty doing if they're socially awkward, taking photos of people they don't know. Some street photographers are really weird about it. But that's good.
X. Now I remember. I got the same reaction the last time I lived through this day. And the assignment was a total dud.
What?
Maybe a demonstration would help.
Oh my god.
All right, you artsy introverts. I, your fearless leader, shall go first. Observe.
Something I've found, and I I don't mind taking pictures of random people, and I think if they're having a great time, I like to take pictures of them. So there's a bunch of pictures on my like 4 terabytes of photo storage on my computer. It's just like just people having a good time at the park. People like having their photos taken in many ways. Some street photographers will ask people like, hey, think about whatever it was you were thinking about before I came up to talk to you. Some street photographers will just like snag creep shots, and others don't. Others let people pose and ham it up for the camera, and that's what I like to do personally. I think that's more fun for me. People like cameras, they like photography, they like photos. You take a photo of them with your weird camera, then they say, oh man, where can I see that? Things like that. They like it, and it's nothing to be afraid of. Now that person under the tree wants to be seen reading. So
Hey,
Max is right. This is a
sorry
great
to
example.
bother you. My name's Max. I'm a photographer.
I would say have the camera out.
I can see that, Max.
I'm actually teaching a
Can you?
class,
She doesn't have
and
the
it would
camera
save
out.
me from looking super lame in front of my students if I could take your picture.
I don't normally let people take my picture, but I'd hate to be the cause of your public humiliation. Shoot.
People
So,
love it.
Why was I selected for this demonstration?
You seemed lost in your book, as if the rest of the world wasn't here. I find that kind of focus exciting.
She should have already taken the photo.
But there's a flaw in your plan. Now that we've started talking, whatever you were trying to capture before must surely be gone.
You're right. The camera changes things. That's why I tell my students, you're not capturing reality. You're composing it.
Sometimes photographers say things like
That's
that.
called the observer effect.
That is not what the observer effect is.
Particles jumping around just from being looked at.
I have one of those too. Something about her suddenly feels very familiar.
It's secretly Safi. Interesting. Can I ruin this? I wish they let me ruin these photos better.
Well, did you capture my essence? Did my intrigue translate through the camera?
I think I captured what you were willing to show me.
I don't think Max would say Safi. But I think for game purposes, we should.
Safi, is that you?
It was so nice to meet you, Max. I hope your students found this as enlightening as I did.
My students. I almost forgot about them.
Everything okay? That looked intense.
It wasn't that intense.
It was one of the most fascinating pictures I've ever taken. Now go. Spread out. Find your subject. I'll be around if you need me. Was that really Safi? With a shapeshifter, you never know for sure. But if she's really back, hiding herself on campus days before a massive fire, that is alarming. Either way, she's gone now. I need to use this time to check in with my students and see if they know anything that could help me understand this fire.
Okay,
Reggie
interesting.
is the
We can't
president
see
of
that photo.
Abraxas, which is seemingly connected to the fire. And I know Loretta is somehow
no.
too. I need
No
to talk to
way.
both of them.
No way. Her camera. This is an this case is so stupid. For like $5 cameras. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's unbelievable. Look. All right. Polaroids. If you want to start taking instant photos,
I remember
literally
helping 3 students last time.
just find one. Go to a thrift store, go to a used camera store, anything. Go on Facebook Marketplace, anything. These things are like $5 to $20. They always work. They don't always work, but they pretty much always work. It's impossible to test them unless you have film, but there's almost nothing going on in them. And because there's no battery in there to get corroded, they're just going to sit there in someone's living room unused for 40 years. There's 1,000 of them. They're dirt cheap. They always work.
I'm not advocating for tarring and feathering Owen just yet. But
I
the
think
statue does make me think about it.
I have gotten 6 working 600 Polaroid cameras, and I have not paid for a single one of them. They've just been given to me, and one of them's good. One of them's like an autofocus 660. We really shouldn't leave our bag there, but this is such overkill for genuinely piece of shit cameras. Now, the observer effect. A gnome.
I remember helping Reggie, Jeanette, and Loretta last time.
Now, in some ways, the observer effect is kind of
I have to stay by my class.
how it was used in this example, where observing something changes it. One of the examples we use to talk about it is checking tire pressure. In order to check the tire pressure, you let some pressure out. So by checking it, it was actually lower.
I think Loretta had a hard time getting a good photo of a student. I should see if she needs any help.
But it's not. But so it's something that is essentially mechanically required to measure something that if you have to measure something, in some cases you must basically physically interact with it. And to take a photo, you do not have to physically interact with it. Not really. Nothing you do is interacting with that person other than you simply existing. It's a difficult, once you get to quantum stuff, we talked about a double slit experiment a couple of streams ago. The double slit experiment is in some way the result of the observer effect. When you get to quantum stuff, it's less obvious how it works, but it basically requires you to measure something to be involved in it. And a camera's just light. You can totally creep on
I
people
remember
with a
helping
telephoto.
3 students last time.
And it's not going to change anything.
I think he was one of Ven's minions, back when he was still in charge of Abraxas.
Loretta's
Loretta
being
always
really
knows more than she should.
pushy
Which,
on this guy.
In this case, is a good thing.
Loretta, just take the photo.
Hey,
Oh my
Loretta.
god.
How's your assignment going?
Terrible. This guy's giving me nothing.
Go to a different guy.
It's like that sometimes. Have you done anything to put him at ease?
Try
I
farting.
don't want him at ease. I want him to tell me about the drama at Abraxas. He's a senior member. He must know what Reggie's hiding.
That's not the assignment, though.
That's not the assignment, Loretta.
Fine. I got his photo and not an ounce of dirt for my podcast. Is there anything else?
Kind of a weird question, but are you planning any sort of march on campus?
That is a weird question. What are you driving at?
It's just rumor I'm looking into. Humor me.
No. I'm not planning any march, parade, procession, or any other kind of organized walk.
She is protesting a little too much.
Understood.
All right, I can't stand it.
You've been digging pretty deep into it.
Oh god, that looks crap. So I don't like the shadows on Max's hair here. Texture quality doesn't need to be hella high. Anti-aliasing, probably useful. All right, let's see.
Abraxas for your podcast.
That's way better.
Any developments?
Are you trying to get a sneak peek of my next episode?
Maybe.
That, and I have some reasons to be concerned about them myself.
Well, let me just say, I'm following a lead that could blow the top off Abraxas and its administration. But you'll have to listen to the next ep.
Damn. That's some teaser. Illuminating as always, Loretta.
That's me, shining a light in the dark for those who can't see.
Are you still taking my picture? I have to get to jazz practice.
You already got the photo.
Cool it,
Come on.
Thelonious. We'll be done soon.
Ha!
Who else could use my help?
That's a rough. That's a pretty obscure reference for a 20-something. But then again, Warren made a reference to Maxwell's Silver Hammer from
Chloe
Side
tried
2
to
of
get
Abbey
me into
Road.
D&D. It seemed fun, but I could never make it through the rules without getting a headache.
What? What? What does that have? What is it? What? Doesn't have anything to do with D&D.
This is where the brunt of the storm hit on campus.
585.
Apparently, the damage was way worse in town.
It's really annoying. I don't have any freedom for these photos.
Looks
so
like
it's
Caledon
just
has a new artist in residence.
uninteresting.
Need to find Reggie and Jeanette. I used to break into buildings like this for photos, but I'm trying to be a good role model.
I like that their logo is a legally distinct Twitter
Poor
logo.
Fine Arts building was the biggest casualty of the storm.
I really like the neo-Gothic architecture of the school. It's pretty, it's a little bit overwrought, but it's consistent with a lot of the university architecture, especially in the Northeast. This, you can't get a photo like
One
this.
student down.
You can't get a photo like this on a Polaroid camera. So, look, the Polaroid cameras are, first of all, even though they have autofocus, they are relatively wide angle and they have a relatively narrow aperture. So, as we saw in that thing, it was f11. That's pretty standard. What that means is the narrower your aperture, even on a big piece of film like a Polaroid photo, is you're not going to get this
Probably help two
blurred
more.
background. You know what I mean? You won't get this blurred background. That looks like
Squirrels,
dog shit.
The unofficial mascot of every college campus.
It's true. I don't know why every college student seems to think their school is the only one with squirrels. And they say, oh no, they all have squirrels, but we have fat squirrels. Or like we have squirrels that are really friendly and things like that. It's just...
Most of the time, being a teacher is amazing. Other times, it makes me want to shake my fist and scream about these damn kids today. Half the time, the students don't want to figure out how to fix the issue themselves. They just want me to do it. All seems fine to me. Wonder if it's just jammed. Maybe it just needs the tried and true smack.
I have never needed to do that on a Polaroid.
Well, that's one way to take a photo. Not bad for an accidental portrait.
Yeah, it is. That looks terrible.
That was an unexpected photo. Been looking to take one of these for a bit. And to think, the camera was broken.
Am I just going to leave the camera
Most
there?
of the time, being a teacher is amazing.
This is
Other times, it
tremendously
makes me want to
irresponsible.
shake my fist and scream about... I always thought Chloe would have been a great actor if she wanted to be. But after Rachel, she gave it up for good.
I feel absolutely no creativity here. The fact they won't let me, you know...
Everyone's used to me and
do
my camera
anything.
by now.
Frisbee's huge on this campus, man. It's unbelievable.
Need to find Reggie and Jeanette.
Why does Caledon's new slogan read like a personal threat?
Well, the new president basically threatened you. All right, these guys have speakers, wireless speakers. Plugged into nothing, playing nothing.
President Teller is all in on his Caledon 2.0 plan. Personally, I'm a fan of the current original Caledon.
The fact is...
Jeanette was trying to take a photo that conveyed a lot of emotion. I should check on her.
Ah, the Bannertail Gray Squirrel, aka Cirrus
Wow.
carolinensis. One of the many fascinating things you pick up while going on a hike with Moses.
Probably one of the only things, considering he knows almost nothing about his chosen subject.
Jeanette is a perfectionist. I have to tread carefully when giving her feedback. Professor Mija is such a good colleague.
Hey, Professor Mija. Thanks for posing for Jeanette.
It's Ratty now, Max. And it's my pleasure.
We've already called her that in the last game.
Hey, Jeanette. How did your assignment go?
Well, I don't know. You tell me.
Good fucking luck getting a Polaroid camera to focus that closely.
You create a sense of raw power that's really compelling.
No, you don't get it. I was trying to break composition to create a sense of tension and drama. Damn it!
Jeanette, let me see that photo.
Well, okay.
Wow. I love how you break the rule of thirds and short-size your subject. The imbalance is so tense and dramatic.
Oh my god, thank you. That was exact.
I will actually say that it was more tense and dramatic than the other options, but tense and dramatic wasn't an option, so that's why I went with powerful.
Try the assignment again, but focus more on your subject than your camera.
Sure.
That's also
Thanks
true.
again, Max.
I don't think I really got anything about the subject.
I keep wanting to take this guy's picture, but I can't get him to say cheese. I should keep that one now that I am on the faculty. Some would say I should resist the urge to sit on his little head. I disagree.
If you can't... Why is she sneaking to do this? It doesn't make any sense why that would be something to sneak on.
First it was artist in residence. Now it's instructor. If I keep going like this, soon it'll be Professor Caulfield. Oh, God. I always try to point my camera at whatever scares me the most. In high school, it was myself.
Now that is interesting. That is interesting. Interesting. Things that scared Max the most. That's why she did the selfies. Huh. Okay, and then the abandoned building, scared of abandonment. All right. I'm okay with this.
Being alone. Now,
Yeah, wow.
given my history, I guess there's nothing scarier than being an authority figure. But instead of hiding behind the camera, now I have to step in front of it. And despite everything, I love it. I love the students. I love this place. And I will not let it burn down if I can stop it.
I get liking college and liking the students. You know, they're so interested in... They're not beaten down by life, I
can
guess.
run
You know
really
what I mean?
fast too. I just don't want to.
They're interested in the things that they're interested in. They love talking about them. They are excited to learn things, generally speaking.
Looks like I'm not the only one with concerns about our new leadership.
Bow, 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 bow. Coming through. Bow, 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 bow.
Oh, this guy's a legend. We didn't need these camera shots.
Bow, 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 chicka, chicka, bow, 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 chicka, chicka, bow. Boom! Bow, 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 chicka, chicka, bow, 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 chicka, chicka, bow.
Would be a shame if someone stopped that graffiti from getting washed off. Would be a real shame.
Yeah, but that custodian's awesome.
Whatever graffiti was here before, clearly someone wanted it gone right away.
Look at that. Did you see that? Ah, she like she pulls up. Okay. Can I go back far enough that this graffiti goes away? I'm going to say probably not, but I'm going to keep pressing buttons. Okay, this is as far as I can go. That graffiti's always washed off. Is that going to help, Max?
Bow, 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 bow. Coming through. Bow, 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 bow. Oh man, my suds. Weak.
My wife would love this guy.
Bow, 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 bow.
Anyway, so I get
Didn't
once
Reggie
you're
have a
in
hard time
academia,
figuring out how to ask someone to take their photo?
why you would want to stay
Maybe I can
there.
help.
You know, intelligent people, obviously, except for Moses. Students who are paying to be there. It's a good place to be.
Reggie does have a type. Is it weird that I know that about one of my students? Reggie has been on edge lately. Maybe it has something to do with Abraxas? Hey, Reggie. Find a subject yet?
Yeah, you could say that.
Dick pic.
Don't stare.
Okay.
The guy I see at the gym. Spotted him a few times, but
God,
he's
Reggie,
still
you
very
look like
much a
the
stranger.
you look like such
I was hoping
a
maybe
predator.
It's a camera, Reggie. Not a pickup tool. Your dating life does not hinge on a photograph.
that actually helps. A lot, thanks. Okay. I'm going in. Hey, I'm in a photo class. We have to take a picture of somebody. So I was wondering, can I take a picture of you? No, but so it's a thing I have to do for class, so I don't really have a
People
choice. But
don't say no.
no, for sure. No, I'm into that for sure. Hey, no issues here. I'm a safe guy. It's good. You have a good one. I'm gonna put that away. Okay. Oh.
What happened?
Total rejection. He said he doesn't believe in analog media. Then I finger gunned
Just
him.
ask
Oh,
why.
God,
Why wouldn't you just ask
can
why?
Never show my face in that gym again.
Unbelievable.
Sorry, Reggie.
Okay.
Hey. This camera is the best icebreaker there is. Trust me.
That's true.
Okay. Here it goes.
Wait a minute. Well, what about the...
Hello there.
What's up?
Oh.
can guess any student's major. I believe yours is...
Alright, let's look at this guy. Now, this is a liberal arts college. No, he's political science.
What? Way off. I'm in communications.
Oh, darn.
Damn. So much for that special power. Thanks anyway. Hey, Reggie. Let me guess. You're working up the courage to ask that student to take his photo?
Yeah. Good guess.
Little tip. He's a communications major, so communicate about communication.
Communications. That could work. Thanks, Max. Going in.
Well, why would he start like that?
I'm
That's
Reggie.
fucking weird. Let's go round to the front and wave at him.
Super teacher strikes again. Maybe I should have been teaching with Rewind all along. I hate the idea of snooping on my students, but I wonder if there are any Abraxas secrets that could help stop this fire. Oh, this is a weird party.
Okay.
Oh, Reggie. Why is Owen so interested in Abraxas?
Looks like Owen's pretty tough. But now I gotta walk around the entire campus. What the hell does that say? Lessons on fine art. Constitutional law. Yeah, I gotta look at everyone's table now. Huh. Should I talk to Loretta?
Hey. Illuminating as always, Loretta.
Okay,
That's
so...
me, shining
no,
a light in the
not
dark
useful.
for those who can't see.
Are you still taking my picture? I have to get to jazz practice.
Cool it, Thelonious. We'll be done soon.
Maybe it was just the one notebook, but I have to do this. You never know. It is, that's weird that they put this context, that they put the smack here.
Well, that's one way to take a photo.
I wonder
Not
if that
bad for an
matters.
accidental portrait. With the fab closed from the storm damage, they moved a lot of the art out here.
I think that's cool. Art should be outside. Any more notebooks? See now, ugh, card game.
Amanda has gone all out putting this event together to support Lakeport. And now that I'm still around, I get to be there to support her. I I didn't even notice this last time. But I'm sure paying attention now. Is this what that protest was about? The Abraxas house?
Loretta is certainly making waves with her Abraxas podcast. And plenty of enemies.
I do like that Loretta thinks it's important that people like see her holding a PCM recorder. That's, that's interesting.
Yes, hello. Please tell the fire department to be ready for a blazing inferno Sunday night. Just a gut feeling.
Perfect.
There's some more writing. So it really was just the one fucking thing? Ugh. Alright, let's go back to the statue.
I'm not advocating for tarring and feathering Owen just yet.
But this statue does make me think about it.
I told the class we'd be using Polaroids today because I wanted them to connect with their subjects.
I don't think they realized how serious I was.
I wonder what Chloe would make of
I don't know why that would matter.
She'd probably blow out an orbital nerve from rolling her eyes.
Interesting. Max took anatomy class.
It's almost the anniversary of the storm that destroyed Arcadia Bay. I used to dread being with Chloe at this time of year. Now I dread being without her.
You don't get it. This Fremont House shit isn't a joke. If word got out...
Fremont? Is there some connection to the fire? How can I hear more without Reggie noticing?
Well, I should be able to walk down the stairs, but it won't let me.
I have to stay by my class. He's not gonna say anything else now that he knows I'm around. Who is Loretta spying on this time?
Really?
Ah! Max! You scared me.
I scared you? You're the one spying.
Look, I'm investigating Abraxas. Their president is having a secretive conversation. With this shotgun mic, I can hear everything.
Loretta.
Come on, Max. I heard you asking around about them. If you want to listen in, just say the word.
Respectfully, I don't think you get it. This shit with the Fremont House isn't a joke. If word got out, it's not just a house to us. We have history there. Our lore, our memories, our... No, I wasn't gonna say secrets. I told you, there is no hall of secrets. You sound like Loretta. You're asking me to do something very risky. If I stick my neck out, what's in it for me?
This guy has to be the most oblivious dude on the planet.
Do I really want Loretta knowing that I snooped with her?
Yeah. I don't care.
I think he was one of Ven's minions, back when he was still in charge of Abraxas. Amanda is performing tonight. Last time, I had to be on the road and couldn't make it. But tonight... Great work today, everyone! Drop your assignments off in my mailbox before Monday.
Why? Take them now. They're instant cameras. Okay.
Maxine, what a pleasure to see your face.
And yours
Why the fuck is
too.
she here?
I didn't know you were back. This campus has not felt the same without you.
Okay, so she wasn't fired.
Yes.
Well, maybe she's a professor? I don't know.
Well, a lot has happened in the last 9 months. Tell me, how have you been, Professor Caulfield?
Merely instructor, not professor.
The teaching is a joy. It's all the other stuff that I struggle with.
She really shouldn't be, if she has
lament,
an
I'm
instructor
afraid.
job, she shouldn't be living in that
I'm sure
house.
the shift to President Teller has been challenging. Owen and I have different ideas for Caledon, but he is a good man.
The main idea we seem to disagree on is whether I should have a job.
Don't worry. Now that I've taken on a more active role in the Board of Regents, I can ensure that Owen does not push you out.
That's a major relief.
Good. Because I have something to ask you. It is about Safia. We haven't spoken in many months. It has caused me tremendous pain.
I'm so sorry, Yasmin.
I know Safia has her reasons. There is still so much about that night on the Overlook that I do not understand. I sometimes feel the storm was not natural. It was a manifestation.
I have unfortunately experienced enough trauma to know that the feeling you describe is all too natural.
I suppose you're right. Still, for months afterwards, Safia would at least answer the occasional message, or I would see her on social media. But now she's gone completely dark. Maxine, I sense that Safia may be in some terrible danger. Perhaps it is to herself. Perhaps it is to others. I don't know. If I could only know that she was okay, if I could only... Excuse me.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to intrude. But I see that now. I'll be brief. Professor Caulfield, thank you for our private interaction earlier. I'm hoping that my appearance in your class can remain in private.
I think Max would try and convince Safi to, you know, maybe
it would be
let
better if you were
people
open
know.
about it. Then we could all help you with your photography.
I will consider that advice. See you later, Professor.
Lecturer. Sorry, instructor.
One of your students? I feel like I've met her before.
Yeah, sorry. She's going through a tough time.
Maxine, I beg you. Please tell me if you know anything about Safi.
Interesting. Okay. What would Max do? Max is really nosy. But she doesn't like to... Max is nosy, but she's really jealous of the information she has. And what I mean by that is, I think literally jealous. She doesn't want people to have the info that she's got. It seems like she's not usually willing to share it. Especially against their wishes. But she does insert herself into some bullshit. Oh, right. We can rewind time.
I'm sorry. I am as in the dark as you are.
One of my favorite qualities about great artists is that they are terrible liars. I see we are at an impasse. Perhaps in time you will learn something about Safia that you can share with me. And then you will remember that I have always supported you and your work, which I believe you will find important in the rocky times ahead. Always a pleasure to see you, Maxine.
Max, never Maxine. All right.
Did I just piss off my one remaining supporter in the administration?
Ooh.
Fantastic. Ugh, I hated choosing between keeping Safi's secret or keeping Yasmin's trust.
Let's see what she says. Holy shit. I gotta go through that whole last conversation. Let's see what she says now. Oh, right, I have to end class. Skip.
Maxine.
Skip. Skip, skip. Skip, skip, skip. Skip, skip.
I saw her around campus just now. Briefly, though.
Safia's here? Now? What did she say to you?
She definitely didn't want anyone to see her. She was sort of hiding in plain sight.
I see. Nevertheless, I am so relieved.
Please, don't let Safi know I told you.
Of course. Of course. Thank you, Maxine. You are a true friend. I will not forget it. I hope to see you around a lot more.
Okay.
Yasmin was distraught about Safi. But Safi clearly didn't want me to tell her mom. This could turn out real bad. Ugh, I hated choosing between keeping Safi's secret or keeping Yasmin's trust.
So, I think both of those were well written for Max, and both in some ways fitting with Max's character. But I think Max spilling the beans and then saying, "Don't tell anyone." Considering she's been so worried about her job.
I could grab my bag and head home, or keep exploring the quad.
and considering, well, she does forgive Safi. She really lets Safi get away with murder. In some cases, literally. You know, I don't know. I think overall, though, Max inserting herself into this bullshit is probably a little bit more consistent with how the conversation was written. I'm going to let it go as it is.
I can head out whenever I'm ready. So much going on.
Wow.
Abraxas.
I like both of those
Whatever
frames.
Fremont means. And Safi. She's back.
It's a pretty groovy roof, man. Are you going to wheel that card inside or
No time to
what?
dwell on it all now. It's Amanda's open mic benefit at the Snapping Turtle tonight. Last time I left for my trip and missed it. From this point on, my reality will become completely different from the one I lived before. Hopefully, I can learn something.
She's just leaving her shit out there. She really should be afraid for her job for many reasons. I think this is a good break. Unless, you know, this is where we see Chloe show up or something, then we want to get through that cutscene. But if it just, like, establishes a new scene and then we can start to control Max, then, you know, I'll stop. $10? Oh, yeah, it's a benefit. Okay, sorry.
What a beautiful voice. Thank you. Next, we're gonna keep the party going with a couple of Sonics. Come on up.
Good for him.
This one is called Lessons in Scarcity.
I like his 10 frames per second buddy.
Time to see if I can find any information on the fire. And enjoy the show while I'm here.
Uh-oh. Okay, good. She's at least not accusing us. Oh, shit. Well, that doesn't seem like that was an overall bad result. Okay. I will leave this for the day. You know, people online have been saying that Reunion is the shortest of all the Life is Strange games, which definitely can't be true. Before the Storm was only 3 episodes. Though I guess if these episodes were tiny, then that would do it. And I looked at my playtime, and I've done quite a few playthroughs on the first Life is Strange game, and even, you know, if we're just talking about Deck 9 games, I did a couple playthroughs on Before the Storm. I've only done one of True Colors. But certainly I did Double Exposure, as we've seen, and then this one. And Double Exposure had a 30-hour playtime, but I did leave it overnight a couple times, so, you know, it's not... We can't trust that. But I felt that Double Exposure had the most stuff in it. Clearly, I think that was the game that they put the most effort into. Unfortunately, the story didn't sit right with people, so the game kind of tanked. Because, you know, above all, these are story games. And they're about relationships and about people and, you know, verisimilitude, if not in the situations, but the feelings that you have while playing them. And as long as the characters feel real, then the game is good. But in Double Exposure, the story didn't fit, the characters didn't quite fit, even though I thought some of them were excellent. But they put so much effort into some of the background characters who were all one note, right? The unionizing professors, the Bigfoot kids, the grad student who, thank the Lord, left this awful school, but was considering whether she was going to do consulting and that kind of stuff, and little places to look around, bigger areas to see. They really put a lot of effort into the atmosphere of the game, which is never really what these have been about. Anyway, I'm saying that to say this. I've been playing this game now for 3 hours, though admittedly some of it was some issues with launching the game. But I'm still not to the end of episode 1 yet. And these are... How many episodes are in this game? Hold on, I don't even know. If this is a 3-episode game, I might look foolish. Hold on. Life is Strange Reunion. I've deliberately not looked too much into the game. Alright, let me re-ask. How many episodes is Life is Strange Reunion? Maybe there aren't episodes. It has no episodes. It's a full non-episodic experience where the story unfolds as one continuous narrative from start to finish. Oh, that's weird. That is very strange. Alright, let me hit how long to beat. How long to beat Life is Strange Reunion. No results found. What happened? Oh, typographical error. Completionist, 18.5 hours. Well, how many results for that? Oh, only 8. 29 for main plus extra, that's 11.5 hours. Okay. Let's just compare. Life is Strange, double exposure. They have the completionist for double exposure at 21 hours. So this is slightly shorter, which is good. It doesn't seem like they put as much into the world and other stuff going on, at least so far, as they did in double exposure. We might start seeing it, especially here in this big bar with all these people. Seems like they're mostly trying to focus on the smaller interpersonal stories that this game series has been so good about. And the departure from episodes is interesting as well. The first game was released episodically. And it really was. I think you could get the first episode for $5 or something like that. And then at some point it became free. But you can get the first episode for $5. And it was one of the last games in that now dying episodic game trend that was starting around the time of Half-Life 2 Episode 1 and Episode 2. It continued on for a little bit, mostly in games like Life is Strange, choose-your-own-adventure games. But all the games since then, I believe Life is Strange 2 wasn't episodic. Before the Storm wasn't episodic. It was still split into these chapters. Same thing with True Colors and Double Exposure. They all released all at the same time. And I think the episodic nature of the original game is part of what made it as popular as it was. People really did want to know what was going to happen. There was anticipation. There's 5 times the hype, right? Because you had 5 releases. Whereas these ones aren't as much about that. And I don't know how I feel about Reunion ditching that structure. It's just a remnant, a vestigial remnant of the original game, but it is part of the DNA of the Life is Strange series. And this game seems to be primarily fan service. So I would expect them to continue with that type of thing. And I do like, this might just be a philosophical bias that I have, but I do like when things do things for no apparent reason, but then you find out there is a reason. For example, if you started playing Life is Strange with maybe True Colors, you wouldn't know why it was split up into these episodes, or why any of the other ones are split up into these episodes, and you'd have to look back to figure out why it was set like that. And there's things like that all over that I like in baseball. If the catcher drops the 3rd strike, then the batter can run. So everyone knows 3 strikes are out. But if the 3rd strike is dropped, the batter can run to first base. So the catcher has to get the ball off the ground and throw it to first base to throw that catcher out, or tag him out, but that's very difficult to do. And that is this remnant from baseball from 150 years ago, where there was no catcher. The pitchers didn't have, in the beginning, pitchers, there was no number of strikes before someone was out, if I recall correctly. The pitchers would deliver you the ball, underhanded almost all the time, would deliver you the ball where you wanted it, and then you would hit. And the original games of baseball were quite high-scoring affairs, because you would get out by plugging, which is people hitting you with the ball, or things like that. But then when they started to make baseball how it is today, they had to put a limit. They wanted to put a limit on the strikes. They wanted to put a limit on the number of pitches thrown. So if you have a really good pitcher, then it gives you an advantage, because people won't hit the ball very well. And so the game became less about hitting and fielding, and it started to include the skill of pitching. So they had to have a limit on the number of pitches that guy could throw. So they had settled on 3 strikes, 3 good pitches, and then once that 3rd strike went, the ball was live. So it was basically the same as if the guy hit it. But you throw the ball, he didn't hit it, it's live, it goes all the way to the backstop, and then you, the pitcher, have to run and go get it and then throw it. Well, they didn't want to do that. That kind of ruins the game. So they quickly developed the position of the catcher, who would be the guy behind the plate, who would catch the ball. So the game would move a little bit faster. It would be thrown back to the pitcher quickly, and then on that 3rd strike, when the ball became live, he would catch it, and it would be just like being caught out. And that's just how the game has worked now for 120 years, probably longer. But we still have this remnant, this 3rd strike, dropped 3rd strike. And, games sometimes end on that. A dropped 3rd strike, it's unbelievable. But anyway, I like shit like that. So it's possible that me not liking the change from episodes or chapters is just because I like it when things are weird. But I do think it had utility when I'm talking to people about the games. I often refer to the chapters. I'm like, oh yeah, that was a chapter 3 moment or something like that. And it really breaks the game up in different ways. There's time passes between the chapters more. It's a good break. It looks like what they're doing here is they're having more shorter time breaks. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how I like it. But so far, it's all right. I liked helping the students. I like doing the shitty investigating. I don't like Moses. He's an asshole, but at least he has some understanding of... And by asshole, I mean dumbass. I don't know why I said asshole. But in this episode, he had some understanding of the scientific method and the prediction experiment sequence. So, yeah, it's good. So far, I think it's good. But I also didn't think double exposure was bad. So I'm going to stop streaming and then we're going to see what happens. Actually, how the hell am I going to stop streaming? I'm going to have to do that. And then, oh, no, we're pressing